Golf.
From Barcelona to Bangladesh.
From Dublin to Dhaka.
From Kolkata to Kurmitala Golf Club.
History.
History.
History in the making.
The first ever Bashundhara Bangladesh Open.
It's another new stop on the Asian Tour. The inaugural Bashundhara Bangladesh Open brings us to the subcontinent, to Dhaka, for the first time. The capital city a gracious host as the tour sets new boundaries in new destinations.
It's a new experience because I never come to Bangladesh before.
It's always interesting to see the different cultures and the different places, so I'm enjoying it, I have to say.
People is really nice, course is pretty good, hotel is pretty good. I guess it's gonna be an exciting week.
I like the layout of the course. I mean, it's in a good shape. I think score going to be good this week.
I like the course. I think it's gonna be a good challenge. You have to be on the fairway all the time if you want to score.
I'm enjoying it so far, I have to say. Very challenging golf course. I found it tough out there today, very hot. And I suppose coming from Wentworth last week, it's a huge contrast.
We're in the heart of Dhaka at the Kurmitola Golf Club for this historic event. What the 18 holes lack in length, they more than make up for in the challenge. Tight off the tee and slopey, grainy greens will be a test for the players this week in Bangladesh. It's Siddiqur Rahman's home course. The two-time Asian Tour champion will begin as one of the favourites. All eyes will be on the man who has put Bangladesh on the golfing map of the world.
Well, first of all, thanks God that finally it's going to happen, Bashundhara Bangladesh Open, and it's really, we all are very excited to play this tournament, first Bashundhara Bangladesh Open.
The Asian Tour's most decorated player is here looking for his 19th title. Tawan Wirachance, a winner on the subcontinent already in India. The Thai legend will be looking to win again. Madan Marmot also has an Indian Open trophy in his cabinet at home. The four-time winning veteran Singaporean is in form after his third-place finish in Mauritius a month ago. And 30 more Bangladeshi players will benefit from the experience of playing the best players in the region. And this is what's at stake, the gleaming trophy and the title of Bashundhara Bangladesh Open Champion. I'm Alan Wilkins, and alongside me Dom Boulay. Now this is a wonderful start for the local hero Siddiqur, who opened with back-to-back birdies to lead early on, but he couldn't maintain that form and he finished 1 over par. Dom, bit of pressure on Siddiqur.
There it is, he is a local hero here, lots expected of him. Tawan made a similarly hot start too, in a 1 under par opening round, 3 birdies in 5 holes coming in, and he was nicely placed in the top 20.
But the early first-round co-leader was the veteran Madan Marmot. 47 years young, the Singaporean birdied 3 of his final 4 holes for a 5 under par 66.
A couple of weather interruptions didn't help Siddiqur's second day. He could only manage a repeat of his first round, 1 over par 72, as he made the cut by a single stroke.
One for the future for Bangladesh could be Dulal Hossain. On his home course, the 25-year-old shot a stunning 63 to leap from 50th to 5th. Jalal was one of 6 Bangladeshis who made the cut, but he was certainly setting his sights higher. Could he go on and win this event?
Football fan Carlos Pigem is looking forward to Barcelona versus Juventus in the Champions League final, and he could do so as an Asian Tour winner. Back-to-back 67s, and he was in 2nd place.
Yes, second behind this man, Mardan Marmat, 66, 67. He led by 1 at the halfway stage. As Siddiqui struggled to a 75, another Kurmatola member kept the growing galleries happy. 5 birdies in a round of 72 for Jalal Hussain, who was tied for 7th. Indian Kalin Joshi had a chip-in eagle at the par 5 14th to thank on his way to a moving day 65. The man from Bengaluru was in the final group on the final day.
Alongside this man, 21-year-old Soo-min Lee, the Korean came home in 32 to rocket into 3rd spot. This eagle at the 14th, the highlight in another 6 under par round of 65.
But out in front was Mardan Marmat. The Singaporean opened up a 3-shot lead at one stage, but he found water at the 9th. He made a clutch bogey putt there to prevent further damage, and a fabulous up and down from the bunker on the 18th for birdie to give him a 3-shot cushion. The Singaporean has won 3 times after leading into the last round on the Asian Tour, but a host of 20-somethings will be hunting the 2nd most experienced player in the Tour's history as he looks for title number 5. Can the Singaporean Lion add this golden Bengal tiger to his collection? Welcome to the final round of this historic Bashundhara Bangladesh Open. The crowds have streamed into the Kurmatola Golf Club in the heart of Dhaka. It's going to be another hot day of golf.
It was always going to be a tough week for Siddiqui Rahman with his off-course commitments, but the affable 2-time Asian Tour winner plugged away on the other side of the golf course to the leaders.
Young Korean Soo-min Lee got his round off to the best possible start. He was dialed in from the very first hole as he made an opening birdie.
Also birdieing the first was playing partner Kalin Joshi, almost holding out with his approach to the first. He would tap in for birdie to move within 2 of Mardan, but he would also bogey the 2nd.
But Mardan's cushion never really got too comfortable. The 47-year-old brought the field closer after a bogey on the toughest hole at Kurmatola. The lead was now 2.
And that became a single shot after a cracking putt from the 22-year-old Joshi. He stood a big chance of adding an Asian Tour title to his 2 titles in India.
So Mardan Marmat at 11 under par, just a 1-shot lead from the young Kalin Joshi, with Soo-min Lee at 8 under par, Carlos Pigem of Spain at 7. Now this is Kalin Joshi, 2nd shot to the 5th. Just 22 years of age from Bengaluru, Bangalore.
Yeah, one of so many great young Indian players from Bangalore, Aniban Lahiri and of course S. Chikka. But the wily old veteran, Alan, this man can really play, coming in here off that 3rd place in Mauritius. He's full of confidence.
Yeah, it's an action that has not just won him 4 titles, but it's been so consistent over the years.
Taking advantage of one of the easiest holes on the golf course, this 5th hole, been one of the easiest all week long.
Now this is the Finn Kaske, 6th hole. He's 6 under par.
29 years old, just won an ADT event in Sarawak 2 weeks ago. Oh, I think that hit something very hard, Alan. It's gone straight across the back of the green.
It could be a rake there. The rake's just in front of the bunker. Now this is Soo-min Lee, 2nd shot to the 5th. He's 8 under par. As an amateur, he won on the Korean Tour, a professional event 2 years ago.
Oh, look at lots of spin on the boys. Come right back off the front edge of the green.
This is Jung Lee. So many good Korean players. It's a conveyor belt of talent over there.
Lovely, lovely putt. Judged it perfectly.
Are they the fashion leaders or Japan players, Tom? Now, Casca, you saw his ball dart across the green. It hit the rake, so he's got some repair work to do.
Yeah, that is a little unlucky, isn't it? And, well, this is the first par 3 on the golf course. It starts with 5 par 4s, but it looks like he may make a 4 on the 6th.
Joshi, his third shot is just in front of the green here, a little hollow before the green. It's all about little lovely tempo, good hands.
Yeah, he's an exciting young player. Kasky for a par on the 6th. Can't afford to drop any shots. He's already a little too far behind the leaders, and I'm afraid that's exactly what he's going to do. A little unfortunate, you have to say.
Soo Min Lee, you saw his ball pitch on this 5th and spin back, so he's got a very simple chip for him, and he's left it a little bit short.
Yeah, it's one of those you kind of half expect to hold.
And this is Carlos Pigem. He's playing under great pressure here. His grandfather Stanislaw passed away just a day before this event. He wanted to pull out, but his family convinced him to play on. And he's dedicating his performance here to his grandfather. So it can't be easy for Carlos. He's 7 under par. He'll have a lot on his mind.
Yeah, terrific performance considering. Now Mardan looking for his 5th win. And he's led wire to wire this week, and he has won 3 times on tour wire to wire, Alan.
He's good at that, isn't he? When he won the Singapore Masters at Laguna, first Singaporean to win on the European tour. It was co-sanctioned, of course.
He can certainly handle the pressure. Now, young Lee, that's a birdie putt. Jung Lee, 7 under par, couple under for today's round, and looking like a threat.
Now for bogey on 6, Kasky. Unfortunately, his tee shot hit that rake in front of the green. Oh, I think that's tough, you know, Don. I really do.
Yeah, it's, well, rarely happens.
Now,
Soo Min Lee.
Yeah, where do you see that style before? Paul Casey does that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he did for a while. You're absolutely right, Alan. This is for a par. Oh, one of the easiest holes on the golf course. And he was on the green in 2, spun off, and didn't get it up and down. It was an easy up and down. Goes to 1 over par for his round.
For Mardan Marmat with a 2-shot lead from the young Indian Kalin Joshi. And there's some space there with Jung Lee at 7 under par with Carlos Pigem and Soo Min Lee. The kids are putting up a fight here against the Singaporean veteran. Soo Min Lee has plenty of support from the Koreans in the crowd. Well, the Indian Kalin Joshi is just 2 shots off the lead as he looks for the biggest win of his career. But can they catch the wily old master Mardan as he bids for a 5th Asian Tour title? Find out after the break. Welcome back to the Bashundhara Bangladesh Open 2015. We're in the capital Dhaka for the inaugural event, which will help the local players and the fans remind the world that it's not just cricket that's popular in Bangladesh.
Not too many people around the world know that Bangladeshis, we are golfers also, other than cricket. We wanted to promote golf as well as promote our country.
Mardan Marmat began the day with a 3-shot lead. It was down to 1 just before his birdie at the 5th. There's breathing room at the top, but not much. Let's get out to our leader now on the tee at the par 3-6. Dom.
Beautiful looking par 3. First of the day for Mardan. A little knockdown shot. He's got all the shots. He's never been a high ball hitter.
but he understands how to play this game. And there's a lovely crowd following the action here on the final group.
He won't be happy with that. He works hard at every golf shot in the book. Now, Pigem, 3rd to 7 on this par 5.
Just played in the Spanish Open in his hometown of Barcelona a couple of weeks ago. He made the cut, Carlos Pigem, but finished well down the leaderboard.
Let's go back to 6. Kalin Joshi, 10 under par.
Yeah, played well in the CIMB Niaga Masters. He finished 15th there, had a chance the last couple of days. He's won this year on the PGTI. He is full of confidence, this young man.
Now this is Hyunjung Lee, 7 under par, and the 8th.
173 yards. Only you can see how undulating this green is. And I'm afraid he is well down below the level on the right side there.
Beautiful looking golf hole. Back on the 7th, just in front of the green, Kaske.
It's got to keep going. Oh, that may have had a chance. Really old style golf course. It's not long, just under 6,600 yards, but really lovely to play.
Yeah, it's such a change. It's a beautiful looking golf course. Joshi now for birdie. Across the green. He's way short. Is that the misread?
That was a very bad misread. Alan didn't judge the slope at all. Now this is Hyunjung Lee. You can see this green sits up like a overturned wok.
Yeah. Not the flavour of the month. Nice little touch. Now Marden for birdie. 12 under par. At about 16 feet this putt.
It's a good putt. It's a good... Oh, it's in! Back-to-back birdies.
Yeah, Marden Marmat, 47 years of age. 4-time winner on the Asian Tour. This for par then for Hyunjun Lee. Good par. 7 under, he's 6 back from the leader, Marden Marmat.
Young Soo-min Lee playing in the final group with Marden Marmat. He knows what he needs to do.
Do you know what's scary? When you read their player profiles and you see he was born in 1993.
Well, Mardan turned pro in 1994.
Yeah, just tells you what this great game can do. It can bring all shapes and sizes and ages together. Not so many years ago, Tom Watson could have been a winner of the Open Championship at 59.
Remarkable. This man's only 24. 3rd year on the Asian Tour. Getting better all the time.
Carlos Pigem, we know he's playing under a certain amount of duress. His grandfather died. The family said, stay there, play. It's your profession, and your granddad would have wanted you to have done that. So he's 7 under par. It's a very warm day as well. You get that high humidity count in this part of the world.
Well, after that very poor first putt, Joshi for a par. Well done, big putt. That is a very big putt. Give him some confidence. He's the closest challenger to our leader, Marden Marmat.
And Yannick Kaski for birdie, just to get the shot back. Sort of Jim Furyk-esque there, the way he leans over the putter. 6 under. He's got some work to do though. Back-to-back birdies for Marden Marmat, just when he needed them most. A glorious putt from the edge of the 6th green, and the man in yellow is sitting pretty with a 3-shot lead. But Marden might yet regret not birding the easy par 5-7. Soo-min Lee did after this eagle attempt to move to 8 under par. He's now 5 behind.
And Kalin is back to within 2 shots. He made a beauty from just off the 7th green to get back to 10 under, just 2 behind Marden Marmat.
One of the shots of the week came from Yannick Kaski. A couple more rolls of the white ball and we'd have had an ace to celebrate at the Bashundhara Bangladesh Open.
Kaski watched on as playing partner Pigem rode in this 12-footer
to move to 8 under.
Now while Soo-Min Lee dropped back-to-back birdies at the tough 9th and here at the 10th, he was just 2 behind Kalin Joshi and 4 off Mardan Marmat.
Coconut Pityarat, 4 over through 6 holes, picked up back-to-back shots at 10 and 11 to be 5 under, tied 7th.
Well, Carlos Pigem followed his playing partner in at the 11th to stay 4th. He was 8 under par and he needed birdies.
The penultimate group were gaining some momentum around the turn. The Finn Kaski tied Pigem in 4th with this at the 12th.
Meanwhile, Mardan played this glorious approach to the 11th out of the sand. Wonderful control. A tap-in birdie putt you would have thought to stretch the lead to 3, but he misses the putt. This tournament still very much alive. He's kept his nearest challengers at arm's length so far. Can Mardan Marmat retain the lead he's held all week here at the Kurmitola Golf Club, or will we see a new champion on the Asian Tour?
This is young Soo-Min Lee on the 12th. Beautiful golf swing, but he doesn't seem to like it. And it just pulled it slightly. It wasn't far away from being a good shot, but he's in the bunker.
Now Carlos Pigem, his second at the 13th on this par 4. A gorgeous looking golf course with a lot of mature trees all over it.
Well, where's that ball? Well, we'll find out soon enough. Now Joshi, a lot of movement with the club, a lot of waggles, a lot of movement with the feet, lots of width in the golf swing too.
But a narrow stance, Dom.
It is very narrow for a tall chap.
Doesn't matter how wide his feet apart when you get results like that. It's brimming with confidence. Young lad from Bengaluru, as indeed is Mardan. Twice his age and more. 12th hole now.
He's been working a little bit with Zor Mo, fellow tour player, on his swing. He's got so much confidence at the moment. And he fell in love with this golf course during the practice round. He knew it was set up perfectly for his game. What a great tee shot.
Kaske, second to 13. Little bit of breeze up now, just a little. You need that in this part of the world.
It's heading towards the pin. Oh, it got a big first bounce. Still, good birdie chance.
Let's have a look at this technique now. Soo-Min Lee found the sand with his tee shot on 12.
Beautiful lie, and he's hit it too heavy. Too much sand. Maybe fearing the water there, staring him in the face behind the pin. But that wasn't a great effort.
Dom, you said wonder where the ball of Carlos Pigem was, and he found the hazard. He's taken a drop. He's playing his 4th here.
And he's played a poor one. What a time to be doing this. Carlos Pigem.
Let's take a look at the hands there of young Joshi. Pronounced wrist shape.
Yeah, he's got high hands, sets the wrist, locks them in, much like Jimenez did for a couple of years.
Well, it worked for Miguel Angel, didn't it? Now Pigem for bogey. Oh, good putt. Good putt indeed.
Well, it keeps in with a shout, you'd have to say, although he really needs to finish with guns blazing.
Soo-Min Lee now, he needs this up and down for his par to stay at 9 under. Get in. Well done. Good positive stroke.
Well, things are running smoothly. That's a big putt for the young man. Still in with a chance.
Fellow Korean from Jung Lee, 3rd to the 14th. Seen some good touches, aren't we, around these greens?
Yeah, it's in great shape, the golf course. They've hosted events before, back in 2011, an ADT event won by Sidika. They've held the Bangladeshi Amateur since 1982.
And back to Joshi for his par of 12. Well done. It's a nice golf course down there in Bengaluru as well. Play there, Dom?
I haven't played there, but we worked there one day a couple of years ago for the Indian Open. Won by Tawal Wirachant. Kasky, after a good second, has he hit it? No, he has not. He knew it the moment it left the putter face.
Yeah, it looked like a putting stroke that lacked confidence. 4 birdies on the card. Marden for his birdie after a wonderful tee shot in here on 12.
This for a 3-shot lead. There you have it. Looking like the veteran that he is. Composed, confident.
Yes, Marden Marmat looking to add a 5th title through his Asian Tour victories. The Thai challenge is strong, but there's a little bit too much for them to do. Taiwan Wirashan, right there, the evergreen Taiwan. But ever since his emotional, co-sanctioned win on home territory, Singapore's Marden Marmat has worn only one colour on the final day. Can he paint the town yellow once again? We're back soon.
The Hunters.
He just love the orthodox technique that you see from these players, these young Koreans.
Yeah, there's so many of them. So many great young players. Now, Pijem, second on the 15th. Needs to birdie every hole, you feel, coming in to have any chance. And, well, that's missed to the left, but it's certainly makeable. You can chip that in quite easily.
.22 years of age, Kalin Joshi, 3rd to the 14th. Similar shot to Marden. Number 1 amateur in India in 2012 on the Indian Golf Union Order of Merit. Kasky, nice touch, very nice.
That should be a rock solid par 4 for Kasky now. Marden Marmat, this to get to 15 under par. Oh, wow, a bit of a wobble.
It looked as if he sort of brushed the face of the putter across the ball there.
Yeah, there was almost like a cut stroke, wasn't it? That's a mistake, Marden. That could have made life a little more comfortable.
Now Pijem, 3rd shot to 15.
His best finish ever on tour is a 3rd place, a couple of times in the Philippines. Can he improve on that, Carlos Pijem? I think a win is not that far away for the young Spaniard.
There's a little bit in this for Joshi. This is for birdie. Oh, that's, you see, it was a little rushed, he felt.
He did not capitalise on Mardan's mistake. He could have closed the gap.
Yeah, 5 straight pars for Joshi. Needs to put his foot on the accelerator, as indeed does Pijem. This for par, just to finish up. Bit of a mixture there. 4 birdies, the bogey.
Kasky to stay at 9 under. He's been playing predominantly on the ADTs, had 4 top 10s and that win. Gaining in confidence, obviously enjoying his time in Asia.
Now then, Soo-Min Lee to get to double figures, under par. Nicely done. See how he kept his head down on the ball. He didn't look at the ball. Lovely stroke. That's his 5th birdie of the day. Marden Marmat, 3-shot lead. Could have been better. But Joshi and Soo-Min Lee are chasing, as indeed is Kasky and Pijem. It's been a roller coaster week for Carlos Pijem after the death of his grandfather, Estanislao. Carlos is too far back to win, but he's done his whole family proud this week. It's a magnificent birdie at the 16th. Marden Marmat, 3 holes to play. He's got a 3-shot lead. Kalin Joshi at 11 under par. Soo-Min Lee of Korea at 10 under par. 67 from Chinrat Padangsil.
Well, you'd have to say it's between the 3 men in the final group. This man, seemingly 4 behind, with 3 to play. Beautiful looking swing on this 212-yard par 3, one of the toughest holes on the golf course. And stay there.
It's a tough area to land the ball. Let's see how it runs off the back there. You're right, Dom. It's a lovely classical golf swing, isn't it? Now Kaski, third shot to 17 on the par 5.
.564 yards, long, narrow green, and I'm afraid he's just missed it over the back.
16, tournament leader Mardan Marmat.
That was a very aggressive swing. Maybe taking 1 club less and just hitting it a little harder. That's a good policy when you're nervous and you're in the lead. And he's hit a beautiful tee shot just running off the left edge, but really you would expect him to make a par from there.
Third shot to 17, Pijem. That's okay, that's not bad. A lot of sand in there in that bunker. Let's go back to the 16th, Joshi.
That was an aggressive swing, I think he likes it. Ooh, well, it's found the green just a little off to the right. That's pretty good. From 212 yards, you can't complain. Being 25-30 feet away.
Just off the green is Kaski. Fourth shot on this par 5. And he's opted to take the pin out. A lot of players would do that, but he's run that about 6 feet past. Aggressive with the putt.
Now, so many players in the modern game would use a putter from here, especially when you've got a lead with 3 holes to play. Mardan, because he's got such a great short game, does not fear the wedge. That is brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and it just tells you how much confidence he has in his abilities.
Dulal Hossain, a young Bangladesh player. This has not been his greatest day on the golf course. But experience, you've got to put it down for another day, mixing it with some great professionals, and that's a round of 80, unfortunately. He finishes 4 over par.
Sumin Lee from the back of the 16th. 4 behind at the moment. You feel he's got to make it. You've got to make it, especially with Mardan stone dead there for a par 3.
Yeah, you know, they're all hitting longer than Mardan, but it's Mardan's great consistency. Pijem now for birdie on 17 to get to 10 under. Well done. Good stuff. And he's looking for to get into the top 10 of the Asian Tour Order of Merit.
And he's not missed a cut all year. Now, Joshi. Well, this to get to within 2. It's got the pace. Not quite the line, and he's left himself a bit of a knee knocker coming back.
Knocker or a trembler?
Well, he handled that with aplomb.
Yeah, there's a certain bravado, confidence, but look at that, there's a run of pars. Nothing wrong in that, but you need birdies on the final day when you're looking to catch up. Kaski for his par.
So important for these players who've come through tour school to put in a good performance early in the year, get them high on the order of merit, high in the re-rank, and get them many more starts.
And a nice clean up there for Mardan Marmat. 2 holes to go. Mardan, 47 years of age from Singapore, has a 3-shot lead. Third shot to 17.
It's a rather long third shot, longer than he wanted on this 564-yard par 5. How close can he get it? Well, he's on the green, but well, it's pretty good. It's an outside birdie chance, though, you'd have to say.
Yanni Kaski, second to 18.
Nice swing. Very balanced at the finish. And, well, just missing it to the right. See the driving range in the background. Beautiful clubhouse here at the Kermitola Golf Club.
17th in the sand, Mardan Marmat, his third shot. picked it up nicely, hasn't he? What a good sound that made. Good contact.
Clean. Oh, well. He knows how to finish off tournaments, Martin Mamet. He knows how big that was. That could have been trouble.
Second to 18 for Pijem. Began the tournament with a couple of 67s. 67, 67, 73 in round 3, and he's really peppered the pin here, and he's playing a very fine round of golf on this last day.
Soo-Min Lee, third on the 17th, 4 behind, must knock it close.
He played himself back into the tournament with a 65 yesterday.
Oh!
Brilliant! Soo-Min Lee, eagle.
Well, that changes the complexion somewhat, Alan. Mardan smiling, but it's piled the pressure on him. It really has.
Wonderful play from the young Korean Soo-Min Lee, and he has put pressure on Mardan Marmat, but Mardan, he's been here before in this situation. He knows how to close the deal, but there's a lot of golf to be played yet. Here's Joshi on 17.
Yeah, now he finds himself in 3rd place instead of 2nd place after Soo-Min Lee's eagle. And that wasn't the most positive stroke he's ever hit.
Kasky, 3rd shot to the 18th. Began the tournament with a 68 and a 67. Well, he's had his moments on this final day.
Well, this could ease the pressure somewhat. This to get a 3-shot lead. Nope. So it's going to be a 2-shot lead on the 18th, Alan, and you know, that's a birdie and a bogey.
It certainly is. That putt there from Marden was always below the hole. So just a par for Marden. Pijem now has played really delightfully on this final day. This for birdie. Well done, and that is a final round 66 for the young Spaniard from Barcelona. 3 rounds in the 60s, just that 73 yesterday.
Joshi to stay at 11 under. Ooh, well, that was a bit of a shaky stroke.
Come on, Tom. Yeah, look at that, all pars coming home for Kalin Joshi. Kasky for his par, and he's finished his work with a round of 69 on this final day and 9 under par. That could guarantee him 5th. So Mardan Marmat and Soo-Min Lee, there's 2 shots between them. What can happen on the 18th? A wonderful 66 from Carlos Pijem and Mardan Marmat and Soo-Min Lee on the 18th.
You'd have to birdie, you feel, and hope Mardan makes a mistake. 3-wood off the tee on this 382-yard par 4, and there's a beautiful smooth action. Has he found the fairway? He's found the middle of it.
Now Mardan also 3-wood.
They're just playing towards the right bunker. 270 yards away. Oh, and he was a little on the inside there, trying to catch up. That's got to be right. Just crept into the heavy rough, huh?
I like the drama you have produced there, Dom. Now Joshi.
They say good shot. His reaction doesn't seem to suggest it is a particularly good one. It's left and just off the fairway.
Well, they've watched some good golf on this final day. And Mardan Marmat, who has this habit, Dom, doesn't he? He gets out in front, and he has done. I think he's won 3 of his wins. He's won wire to wire. Soo-Min Lee, 2nd to the 18th.
Can really put the pressure on if he can knock it to within 8-10 feet. Well, it's not 8-10 feet, but it's certainly makeable.
Now Mardan, he's in a light rough here. Just a touch.
Just needs to land it on the front edge of the green. Could easily catch a flyer.
Oh, how good is that? Oh, shot and class experience from Mardan Marmat. Yes, clenched fist, he knows he's done enough. Joshi, his second. What an experience for this young fellow from Bengaluru. Look at this. Get in, get in.
Fantastic golf. Exciting. Wow, and great crowds to witness it too. Really, this has been a wonderful week.
Yeah, Mardan Marmat, he won the Indian Open in 2004, the Singapore Masters 2006, and wins then in 2012, and last year, Su Min Lee, just off the green. Nice touch. We've seen such exquisite touches from all these players. Remember, these guys are in their early 20s, 22.
Well, when they turn pro these days, Alan, they're ready to win.
And Mardan Marmat, he's had the full gamut of emotions in his career. This for birdie, this to seal the deal. It's not going to be, but Mardan Marmat has done enough. It's going to be a round of 69. Began with a 66.
And 7 months ago, Alan, he was thinking of quitting the game, and this will be his second win in 7 months. Both of them from start to finish.
Yeah, not forgetting as well, Don, the biggest check of his career, which is in the CMB Asia Pacific Classic, 237,000. That was 5 years ago in Kuala Lumpur. Joshi, yes, well done. Round of 68, finishes 12 under par, and finishes tied for second with Su Min Lee. That was a very big putt.
It certainly was. At the end of the year, the order of merit, that could prove pivotal. Also, for this young man, brilliant performance. He's in a rich vein of form, having finished second a couple of weeks ago in Korea, and another tour school graduate who's played wonderfully.
Now the moment for Mardan Marmat. That is his 5th Asian Tour title. He is the inaugural Bashundhara Bangladesh Open champion, and that is just wonderful to see. I'm not so sure that's wonderful, but Mardan will soak up the moment of emotion. 66, 67, 68, 69. Take a bow. Mardan Marmat from Singapore.
Well, he deserves it. Works so hard in this game. He loves this game of golf, and he's been richly rewarded.
Well, he said he received a note of inspiration from his wife before the weekend. She said, play like a champion, you are a champion. Play like a winner, you are a winner. And he's done it here in Dhaka at the Kurmatola Golf Club, which has been a superb venue. A new venue on the Asian Tour. Martin says, take it easy, boys. I know I've sweated a bit, but this is ridiculous. Outstanding from Mardan Marmat. A 5th title. 14 under par. He wins by 2 shots from Korea's Su Min Lee and Kalin Joshi of India, Carlos Pijim of Spain and Yannick Kaski of Finland, and the tie challenge from Chinrat Padungsil and Pawan Werichat. The wonderful trophy, the Bengal Tiger, going to the Singapore Lion, Mardan Marmat, Asian Tour title number 5.
It means so much to him, Alan. He's an emotional guy, and every win, the older he gets, becomes more and more special.
Mardan, as humble as ever, gives credit to his wife, Naz.
I mean, I think I proved myself wrong, and then I think I have to give this credit to my wife. And he says that I love this game so much. It's nice to have my countrymen come over to the 18 green to give me a shower. This is extra special for Singapore 50 years, and I hope this will inspire all the youngsters in Singapore.
Well, the Spanish youngster Carlos Pijim's sterling performance has moved him into the top 10 of the Asian Tour Order of Merit. The one and only Bashundhara Bangladesh Open champion is up into 8th. From 16th, Richard T. Lee sits just behind Tongtai Jaidi in the top 5. There's no change in that top 5 this week as the Asian Tour heads towards the halfway point of the year. huge events to come. Can Anirban Lahiri retain his lead and become Asia's #1? A special mention must go to Dil Mohammed of Bangladesh, the tournament's highest finishing amateur player. Superb performance from him. And the crowd would have enjoyed the performance from Shakawat Sohail, Bangladesh's highest finisher in the top 20. We certainly look forward to seeing their progress over the years as they try to emulate Sidhu Raman's success on the Asian Tour. But it's all about one man at the end of the day. Another wire-to-wire victory for the young at heart Mardan Marmat. The legs may be 47, but he carries on dancing into the sunset, carrying Asian Tour titles. Well done, Mardan. From Don Boulay and myself, Alan Wilkins, it's goodbye from Dhaka.